Hello bros, I'm Michael Satisfact Zero, bro for production, and next part, Sakura Forest Girls 3. So, suppose we jump in where we left off last time, with Coco taking her first shot. Coco draws a bow from the back and nukes an arrow. She points it at one of the slimes. Her eyes narrowed, fluffy pigtails fluttering in the breeze. Let us show what the priestess, we are made of. We will not succumb, no matter how many slimes she throws at us. We cannot afford to fall. Nicely put. You would make a good orator, Coco. It's a little wonder Her Highness fell for you. You really do have a way with words. But that will not help you now, not against my slimes. I will overwhelm you with numbers, and then I will drag you girls back to my dungeon. There I will re-educate you until you forget all you have witnessed tonight. I will turn you into a perfect pliant dolls, so Her Highness might play with you for the rest of her days. It's a perfect plan, don't you agree? That way, Her Highness will never be lonely ever again. You're sick. Sick with love, maybe. But is that so very wicked? I have no desire to kill you, so you can rest easy on that score. I only mean to knock you about until you can no longer stand. This is what you deserve for coming back to this village and for trying to bother Her Highness. Now cower in fear before my army of slimes. You're the one who will be cowering when the night is up, you monster. Take this. Coco shoots an arrow into the hide of a nearby slime. And with that, the pandemonium breaks loose. The slimes, which were once placid, now begin to move. They creep towards us, extending their green see-through tendrils. They seem to move as one, united by their shared desire to attack. There are so many of them, it's hard to keep them at bay. Stay back, vile monsters. Cook shoots arrow after arrow at the advancing monsters. They disintegrate when her arrows pierce them, but more appear to take the place of the fallen comrades. Once slime creeps up on Coco, she won't be able to stop it in time. I see a nightmare vision of Coco doubled over and robed in slime. I can't let that happen, not to my dear friend. Fantasizing about it is one thing, but having such a scene play out in reality is too horrid to contemplate. Don't you dare. We have seen that in the other Sakura Forest Girls. The second one, to be exact. I grasp my spear in my hand and thrust it through the body of the advancing slime. It writhes in agony as my spear pierces it. I think it pierces it, but they forgot an R, so alright. It writhes in agony as soon as my spear pierces it, then dissolves into nothingness. Yay! Jaja! Coco whips about to face me, her eyes full of gratitude. Thank you. That's alright, you're my friend, so of course I help you. You can save the thanks for later, when we've taken care of all the slime. It looks like we got our work cut out for us. You're not wrong there. Coco eyes the advancing tide of slimes anxiously, her brow furrowed. They just keep coming. Of course they do. My reserves of mana are boundless. I can make as many slimes as I desire. It is as simple as clicking my fingers. It is awfully optimistic of you, believing that you could best me. That or very, very foolish. I almost admire your courage. But it will all go to waste. You cannot defeat me. Silence. I've had enough of your gloating. Do not act like you have won. The night is still young. He can keep going. Behold. My own is the way of measuring upon the slimes. Her attack covers a far larger radius than Coco's arrows and point of my spear, and she able to fell numerous slimes. Even I must admit that is impressive, but it's not good enough. He must summon yet more slimes to replace the felled foes with nothing more than a sweep of her hand. Their bodies glisten beneath the moonlight. It's a veritable sea of sickly green. I swear, there are even more slimes now than there were when we started our skirmish. Technically, all you have to do is break the connection. If Imola loses control over them, the slimes is technically not a threat anymore. And I guess Maya would have something that could help with that. Can Imola really keep this up indefinitely? If her mana is as fathomless as she claims, we might not stand a chance. Even Maya looks like she's beginning to flag. A slime creeps up behind Maya, then another. I hasten to dispatch of them. Yeah. But more slimes spring up from the ground to take their place. One slime is able to get close enough to wind a slime tendril around my ankle. It's so cold it saps all the warmth from my skin in a matter of moments. Oh no, you don't. Coco fires an arrow into the slime and it disintegrates. The slime might be gone, but the unpleasant sensation that permeates my skin remains. It feels like I've stuck my foot into a pail full of cold water. My body is tingling. I feel unsteady off my feet, but I can't let that stop me. I need to press on. Thanks, Coco. Nice save. Anytime. No, stay back. Don't come any closer. Ayana, meanwhile, has been backed against a tree. She on her knees, her blue eyes wide with fright. She tries to defend the slimes away with her own magic, but in her panic state she can't only summon sparks. She can't drive them away. I need to help her. Ayana. I dash to Ayana's side, my legs wobbling, and my spear slime after slime after slime. Slimes makes damp squishing sounds when I pierce them. Droplets of green ooze fly through the air, scattered from the squishy hides. It's almost pretty in a strange way, but I don't have the time to stand around admiring them. Are you alright, Diana? I think I'm fine. I help Ayana to her feet. She staggers but doesn't fall, not with my support. Once she is somewhat recovered from her ordeal, she looks down anxiously at herself. Her white hair is rumpled and her knees are dirty, but she seems otherwise unharmed. That's a big relief. But I'm worried about it, Diana. She's not been practicing magic for very long, and I'm afraid she's not strong enough to protect herself. I'm so busy trying to dispatch these times, I can't keep an eye on her all the times. That's a good chance she'll get hurt if left to her own devices. I can't afford to let that happen. I promised Ayana I would protect her back in Mika's tent, and that's what I intend to do. I can't let her get hurt. And that's why I need to tell her to fall back. Fall back, Ayana. I don't want you getting hurt. Huh? But why? I want to protect you, Jaja. I get my teeth together. Ayana isn't moving, despite my cries, and the slimes are continuing to advance closer still. How can I make her get out of the way? I guess drastic times call for drastic action. Ayana might hate me for this, but it's the only way to keep her safe. Move, I said. I dash over to her, meaning to push Ayana to one side, but... Eek. Jaja? What's going on? Not again. A loud cacophony sound exploded around me. My legs give way beneath me and my knees hit the floor in unison. My body slumps backwards, stolid and insatiable as a sack of potatoes. My My conscience begins to fade out, but before it does, I hear a noxious giggling which can only belong to one person. How unfortunate. You really ought to watch where you're putting your feet, little warrior girl. My slimes aren't the only things to worry about. This hill is thick with traps laid to catch naughty little kittens such as yourselves. And it seems you walked right into one. No, you'll never be able to speak to the princess. You're completely at my mercy. It really is a pity. And you have nobody to blame but yourself. Did your parents never tell you to look before you leap? The mother's laughter rings in my ears, cold and triumphal. Then everything goes black. Really? What? Really? That's it. Something ain't right here. I don't believe it. I mean, it can't just end like that. I mean, we have this many pictures left, which means we must have somehow did a wrong decision. That decision gonna stay as always. I was gonna say Mika. Actually, we skip on scene text also, so skip. We need to do all the choices, but we're not gonna read things that becomes different. No way I can trust Maya. That's definitely a choice. She looks very pretty. Yeah, let's Maya. I mean, some choices I can't change. Oh, thanking Maya is not a bad thing. I don't remember what this is. I think this is the choice that might actually have changed the story, so I do think how many lives have you disrupt? Wait, if we do this, we can skip. What should I do? Well, this can be the choice also that is different. Did I get this choice? I don't think I got this choice before. Offer to fight alongside Ayana. Let me use strength, Ayana. Let's try to drive these slimes away together. Right. Ayana nods, her blue eyes narrowed. I know I've not been much use to you yet, but thanks for believing in me. I'm sure I'll be able to help out so long as you keep believing in me. I won't let my training be for nothing. You don't need to tell me that, I already know. This text we have not seen, because I turned off unseen text so we could skip forward a little faster. The choices are a little different, but I don't think they will change the story much. Because I did still choose the most of the choices that was right already. So let's keep reading now. Oh, Fiona, what I hope is a comforting smile and pat on the shoulder. You're really hard worker. There's nobody more dutiful than you. Give it your best shot. I'll be here to back you up. Right, I do my best. Okay, that picture have we definitely not seen. Well, there was a little bit of discomfort, but I think we're gonna continue with the story next time for that. I don't really know if what is the actual thing that was wrong there, because that should not have happened no matter what. But that was all I have for Sakura Forest Girls 3. This time, then, so headlines. Right? I'll see you next time. Bye.